The 8 teams advancing to the 2026 World Cup quarter-finals have been confirmed, alongside the detailed match schedule. Following the conclusion of the final 2 round of 16 matches in the early hours of July 8, the 8 elite teams set to compete in the quarter-finals were determined: France, Spain, Morocco, England, Belgium, Norway, Argentina, and Switzerland. Among these, France, Morocco, Argentina, and England had also reached the quarter-finals of the 2022 World Cup. For Spain, Belgium, Norway, and Switzerland, securing a spot in this year's quarter-finals rewards the strong resurgence of footballing nations that possess great quality, but had previously lacked luck. The World Cup 2026 quarter-final matchups and bracket have been determined, with the following schedule: July 10 at 3 o'clock, France vs Morocco, July 11 at 2 o'clock, Spain vs Belgium, July 12 at 4 o'clock, Norway vs England, July 12 at 8 o'clock, Argentina vs Switzerland. A dream final: the winner of the France vs Morocco quarter-final will face the winner of the Spain vs Belgium match in the semi-finals, while the winner of the Norway vs England tie will take on the winner of the Argentina vs Switzerland match. The 2026 World Cup is witnessing the overwhelming dominance of European teams, with 6 representatives: France, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England, and Switzerland in the mix. With 2 quarter-final matches featuring all European clashes, the semi-finals are guaranteed to include at least 2 teams from the old continent. Among the teams remaining in the quarter-finals, there is 1 from South America, Argentina, and 1 from North Africa, Morocco. Representatives from Asia, North and Central America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Oceania have all exited the tournament early. For the first time in 8 years, the quarter-finals feature no host nations, as the 3 co-hosts, the United States, Mexico, and Canada, were all eliminated in the round of 16. The last time a host nation advanced deep into the tournament was in 2018, when Russia reached the quarter-finals. 4 years prior, host nation Brazil reached the semi-finals, matching the achievements of Germany, 2006, and South Korea, 2002. Hosts Qatar, 2022, and South Africa, 2010, were both eliminated in the group stage. Preview: France vs Morocco, 2026 World Cup quarter-final, July 10, 3 o'clock. The 2026 World Cup quarter-final match between France and Morocco is scheduled for 3 o'clock on July 10. This promises to be a highly tactical encounter between the defending champions and the African side, which has displayed a disciplined and compact style of play throughout this year's tournament. Despite entering the quarter-finals as the top favorite for the title, the French team is expected to face significant challenges. Historically, France holds a commanding record, having secured 4 wins and 2 draws in their 6 previous encounters. However, Morocco has displayed consistent form at this World Cup, employing a pragmatic and highly organized style of play that demands the utmost vigilance from the European side. France's greatest asset at present is its squad depth. Coach Didier Deschamps boasts a well-balanced lineup, allowing for tactical substitutions without compromising the team's overall effectiveness. The squad maintains excellent control of the game while executing attacks and counterattacks with great flexibility, qualities exemplified by their convincing victory over Paraguay in the round of 16. Heading into the quarter-final, the French squad sees the return of forward Marcus Thuram, while the availability of midfielder Aurélien Tchouameni remains uncertain. France is likely to field a 4-2-3-1 formation featuring goalkeeper Maignan, defenders Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba, and Digne, midfielders Koné and Rabiot, an attacking lineup of Dembélé, Olise, Ndou, and striker Kylian Mbappé. As for Morocco, coach Mohamed Wabi has successfully implemented a disciplined style of play that emphasizes a multi-layered defense and rapid transitions via the flanks. Their 3-0 victory over Canada in the round of 16 was the result of tight defensive coverage and the effective exploitation of counter-attacking opportunities. However, the African side faces personnel issues heading into the quarterfinal. The absence of key players such as Naif Agad, Abdi Azalzuli, and forward Ismail Saibari due to injury will directly impact the team's tactical options. Morocco's projected starting lineup, set up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, includes goalkeeper Bounou, defenders Hakimi, Diop, Riyad, and Mazroui, a midfield featuring Bouadi, El Ainoui, Diaz, Unahi, and El Khanis, and striker Rahimi. The upcoming match demands that the French team maintain intense focus and avoid errors when facing Morocco's high-pressing style and aggressive midfield battles. When considering overall squad quality, international experience, and tactical versatility, France remains the favorite to advance to the semi-finals. However, if Morocco can maintain defensive solidity and capitalize on scoring opportunities, they are fully capable of making a deep run in this year's tournament. Preview: Spain vs Belgium World Cup Quarter-Final, July the 11th, 2 o'clock. The 2026 World Cup quarter-final clash between Spain and Belgium stands out as one of the tournament's most compelling matchups. While Spain has demonstrated absolute defensive solidity, their European counterparts, Belgium, have showcased a diverse and direct attacking prowess. The Spanish national team is demonstrating its all-round strength in this year's tournament. Across 5 matches, coach De La Fuente's squad has remained unbeaten, scoring 7 goals without conceding a single one, a feat that has seen goalkeeper Unai Simon set a record for keeping a clean sheet. However, the victory over Portugal in the round of 16 exposed certain limitations in their attack. Spain's decisive goal came only in stoppage time courtesy of Mikel Merino, in a match otherwise lacking truly dangerous opportunities. After the game, coach De La Fuente frankly admitted that the team had not delivered its best performance against the opponent's high-pressing style. On the other side of the divide, the Belgian squad, led by coach Rudi Garcia, brings a completely different kind of strength, a direct, high-energy, and sharp attacking style. Their 4-1 victory over hosts the USA in the round of 16 was the result of a seamless blend of De Ketelaire's fluid movement and Romelu Lukaku's clinical finishing. Having scored 9 goals in 5 matches, Belgium's attack has demonstrated clear efficiency. However, the team's weakness lies in a defense that is showing signs of aging. While goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois remains world-class, centre-backs like Brandon Meschel and Arthur Théâtre displayed signs of vulnerability during the earlier match against Senegal. The explosive pace of Spain's young talent Lamine Yamal poses a significant threat, requiring the Belgian coaching staff to devise a specific plan to contain him. Regarding team news ahead of the match, Spain holds a significant advantage, boasting a fully fit squad. In contrast, Belgium has suffered a major blow as midfielder Amadou Onana has been ruled out of the World Cup following an injury sustained against the USA, while the availability of Leonardo Trossard remains uncertain. Spain is expected to field a 4-2-3-1 formation featuring goalkeeper Simon, defenders Cucurella, Laporte, Cubarsí, and Porro, a midfield comprising Pedri, Rodri, Bina, and Olmo, and an attack led by Yamal and Oyarzabal. Meanwhile, Belgium is also likely to employ a 4-2-3-1 setup, with Courtois in goal, defenders Castan, Meschel, Théâtre, and De Kuyper. A midfield featuring Tielemans, Van Aken, Doku, Luc Bacchio, and De Ketelaere, and Lukaku as the lone striker. The 2026 World Cup quarter-final match between Norway and England promises to be a tense and dramatic affair. While Norway is displaying impressive form and a sharp, direct attacking style, England has demonstrated resilience and squad depth during crucial moments. Norway reached the quarter-finals following a highly consistent and impressive campaign. In the group stage, the Nordic side demonstrated their attacking prowess by defeating Iraq and Senegal before suffering a loss to France in their final match. Entering the knockout stage, Norway continued to show their mettle with a victory over Ivory Coast in the round of 32. Their 2-1 win against Brazil in the round of 16 was well-deserved, affirming the team's true capabilities. Norway's greatest strength currently lies in their direct, high-speed attacking style and clinical finishing. Striker Erling Haaland and his supporting cast consistently exert immense pressure on opponents. Furthermore, a disciplined and focused defensive unit provides a solid foundation. Having several key players competing in the English Premier League also gives Norway valuable insight into their upcoming opponent. On the other side, England's journey to the quarter-finals has been a relatively arduous one. They topped their group after defeating Croatia, drawing with Ghana, and beating Panama. In the round of 32, they faced a challenging match against the Democratic Republic of the Congo. However, their 3-2 victory over Mexico in the round of 16 demonstrated the quality of their attack, while also showcasing their resilience. New head coach Thomas Tuchel is already establishing a clear tactical identity. In terms of a direct comparison, England holds a slight edge regarding squad depth and the variety of their build-up play. However, their match against Mexico exposed certain weaknesses, specifically, a tendency to look unsettled when facing opponents who play at high speed and apply intense pressure. England's right flank and the heart of their defence remain areas of concern that do not yet inspire complete confidence. Regarding team news ahead of the match, England will be without defender Jarell Quansah due to suspension. In contrast, Norway heads into the game with a full-strength squad. Norway is expected to line up in a 4-3-3 formation featuring goalkeeper Nyland, defenders Pedersen, Ajer, Hegem, and Wolf, a midfield trio of Odegaard, Berger, and Berg, and an attack comprising Sørloth, Holland, and Neuser. Meanwhile, the England team is likely to employ a 4-2-3-1 formation, featuring goalkeeper Pickford, defenders Konsa, Gorhi, Stones, and O'Reilly, a midfield comprising Rice, Anderson, Majuk, Bellingham, and Gordon, and Kane as the lone striker. Argentina vs Switzerland preview, a tough test for Messi. In this 2026 World Cup quarter-final clash, Argentina enters with a perfect winning record and a scintillating Lionel Messi. However, Switzerland, boasting a disciplined defense and tenacious fighting spirit, promises to pose a formidable challenge for the defending champions. Argentina continues to demonstrate why they are considered the top contender for the 2026 World Cup title. Coach Lionel Scaloni's squad has won all 5 of their matches so far, defeating Algeria, Austria, Jordan, Cape Verde, and Egypt in succession to secure a spot in the quarterfinals. Beyond maintaining a perfect winning record, Argentina has also displayed great composure during challenging moments. Their 3-2 victory over Cape Verde, after 120 minutes, and the comeback win against Egypt in the round of 16 highlight the ability of Lionel Messi and his teammates to make the difference at decisive moments. An attack featuring Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and Julian Alvarez, combined with a creative midfield led by Enzo Fernandez and Mac Allister, ensures the South American side consistently exerts immense pressure on every opponent. Conversely, Switzerland continues to display the familiar characteristics of a highly disciplined squad. The European side has remained unbeaten throughout the tournament, recording 4 wins and 1 draw in regulation time. After defeating Algeria 2-0, coach Murat Yakin's team overcame Colombia in a penalty shootout to secure a spot in the quarterfinals. Switzerland's greatest strength lies in its tightly organized defensive system and the outstanding form of goalkeeper Gregor Kobel. However, the loss of Johan Manzambi to a knee injury has significantly diminished the team's creative capabilities, placing a heavier burden on players like Granit Xhaka, Breel Embolo, and Dan Noy to drive the attack. The head-to-head record also favors Argentina. In their last 5 encounters, La Albiceleste have recorded 3 wins and 2 draws against Switzerland. However, matches between the two sides tend to be tightly contested. A prime example being Argentina's 1-0 victory after extra time at the 2014 World Cup. Switzerland will likely adopt a deep defensive block, ceding possession while waiting for counter-attacking opportunities. Nevertheless, given their consistent form, superior squad quality, and the inspired play of Lionel Messi, Argentina are considered capable of overcoming this challenge to reach the semifinals. Even if the victory is unlikely to come easily. Switzerland boasts a well-organized defense and is fully capable of posing significant challenges for Argentina. However, the difference lies in the quality of their attacking stars. A single moment of brilliance from Lionel Messi or Lautaro Martinez could well decide the outcome of the match. The European side is likely to turn the game into a tight, hard-fought contest, yet Argentina is still expected to capitalize on their opportunities and secure a spot in the semifinals.